Hey, hey. Who's on? Who's on? Good afternoon. Good morning. I don't even know what time it is. It's 11:45 in the morning, Wednesday the 30th of January. I thought there'd be more of you on right now. Everybody's got kids out of school because of the cold temperatures outside. Anybody? Somebody's on. Can you hear me? Would you give me a heart? Give me a like. It's going to wait another second, see if anybody comes on. I want to show you what's going on around our home today in these sub-freezing temperatures. Give you an idea of some things to look out for, how to take care of them. Anybody on? Wait another second here. Okay, well, there isn't anybody on, but let's talk. Right now, they're saying there's over 80 million people affected by these sub-freezing temperatures. If you can hear me, will you give me a heart, give me a like? Give me a heart, give me a like. I just want to make sure you can hear me okay. Hey, Allison, can you hear me? Okay, perfect. All right, everybody can hear me. So I wanted to kind of explain to you what's going on around our home today and give you the opportunity to take a look around your home. I want to make sure that you are protecting your most valuable asset, well, besides your children, which is your home. So when we've got freezing sub-zero temperatures like we have now, we run into a couple of different things. So in the next 60 seconds or so, we're going to quickly look at our furnace, our humidifier, our plumbing pipes, and our windows. So let's quickly take a picture at our windows. Okay. Now, if you can see, there's crystallization right down here at the bottom of our windows. All right. Now, for those of you that don't know me that well, this is my own personal home, which I built from scratch 15 years ago. So that means anybody can have this. These are thermal windows. When the seal on a thermal window fails, you get condensation that makes its way inside the window. And when it is so cold outside, that condensation freezes. Here's the good thing. It's just aesthetics. It's not going to actually affect the window. That moisture is not going to find its way into your home, okay? It's not a problem, but you just need to be aware of it so that you know what it is. Now, you've lost the thermal seal in the window, but it's not going to affect anything. Oh, a little bit of energy. Now, let's take a look at something else that can happen right now. Can you see the condensation that's forming down at the bottom of the windows? So let's talk about why that condensation is forming there. It's super cold outside, right? And it's very dry. But inside your home, even if you don't think there's a lot of moisture in the air, there is. From your cooking, from your bathing, from doing laundry, just from breathing, we get condensation inside our homes. Now, some of you are going to see this condensation on your windows at the bottom. Some of you may see it along the baseboards at the bottoms of your walls, maybe those that are north-facing walls. Some of you could even see it up at the ceiling line in particular rooms. Now, we don't have any, but the reasons you would be seeing those types of condensation collections is if you had some type of ventilation problem in your attic or you had an air leak at the floor. So what happens is the moist air that's cooler inside your home, when it hits the cold glass, it vaporizes and turns to water vapor. You know, you need to keep your eye on it. It's not going to cause any big problems, but as additional water starts to condensate, if you have wood windowsills like we do, what can happen is it'll run down the window and it can end up rotting out or peeling the paint on your windowsill. So that's something you want to take a look at. Now, you'll also notice we've got our window blinds up. When you have the window blinds up, that helps to allow that that condensation to dry. It also keeps it from establishing itself because there's more air circulation. I'm going to take you real quickly into Ari's room. He's my co-star today. Hey, Chris. The reason I'm going to take you into Ari's room is we keep his blinds down and we keep blackout shades on. So when we walk in here and take a peek, you're going to see that he has significantly more condensation on his windows than the rest of my house. You can actually see the water running down his windows. So really, if he wasn't getting ready to go down for a nap, we would pop these blinds open to provide more air circulation and dry that out. Now, let's just take a real quick look at our furnace so I can show you some of the things that you should consider on your settings. We live in a newer home, like I said, one we built and one that's very energy efficient. So the more energy efficient your home is, that means the tighter it is, the less air exchanges you're getting on an hourly basis through your home. So if you live in Brookside or Prairie Village, you've got an older home that is more drafty, has older windows, less insulation, you're going to get a lot more air exchanges and you're a lot less likely to have moisture issues. Oh, I wish it was 65 in Kansas City. Okay, so this is a humidifier. So those of you that have a humidifier in your home, pay attention, because you don't want to be putting a lot of additional moisture in on a day like today, because you'll get additional condensation on your windows, additional moisture buildup in your house. You'll notice that our switch is set to winter, okay? That means that the air is passing across the water panel and it's adding moisture into the house. Now, I purposely, earlier this winter, turned our dial down. You'll see when it focuses here. You'll see it's at a 2. So 2 means 20% moisture in the house. You really, if you've got a newer home, anything built in the last 20 years, you do not want that any higher than 20% because you're not getting enough air exchanges to get that moisture out of the house. Something that's super, super, super important today is making sure that you change your furnace filter. In fact, they're saying all across the news today, the most important thing you can do to make sure that your furnace is going to properly run through the next couple of days of these ridiculous polar vortex sub-freezing temperatures is to make sure that you've changed your filters. Now, we've got probably a different kind of filter than most of you have, but you may have a 1-inch filter, a 4-inch filter, a 5-inch filter. Make sure that you change it right away, because if your furnace is running full blast because it's so cold outside and it can't push the air through a dirty filter, you could permanently damage, if not destroy, your furnace to a point where it won't work at all. And when you make that emergency call to whoever you use, we use Wilson Service Company. So for those of you looking for somebody to call, here's their information right here, okay? We have them come out twice a year, regardless, to maintain our systems. But if you don't change that filter on a day like today, you'll get yourself in a lot of trouble because it'll cause damage on your furnace. One last thing, I want to make sure that everybody not only has their hoses disconnected outside, because that can cause your water spigots to freeze, but when they tell you online to keep your faucets dripping, here's kind of what they have in mind. And if you have a newer home, or like this particular bathroom, it doesn't have an outside plumbing, it's on an interior wall. But if you have an exterior wall, you literally just need it to drip just like this. That's all you need. And then you want to go ahead and prop your doors open as much as you can. When you prop the doors open, that allows air circulation, that warmer air from your furnace, to get up underneath the cabinet and keep those pipes from freezing. Again, unless you've got an older home or you've got plumbing on an outside wall, that really shouldn't be a problem for you. I just wanted to make sure that you knew what to look out for today. And if you had some questions, you had somebody that you could trust that you could ask. So if you need anything, feel free to let us know. We'd be happy to answer any questions. And stay warm today. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.